Hello and welcome back to Better Minecraft, the Fabric Edition. And we've had some things happen. First of all, it is spring again. I went ahead and grinded through the entirety of winter. We are no longer in winter, but that also came with some tragedy on my part. First and foremost, can we have a moment of silence for our little robin friend that was over here? They died to an icicle forming directly above them and falling on them. So we no longer have our little Tweety bird out here. On a bit of good news, I did find a dog. If you want to name them, go ahead. Hi. And also, we lost a good chunk of our villagers. I think we were around about 10 to 12 villagers. We got down to 5. Most of my villagers died during the winter. Most of them to falling icicles. This place has become a hazard. So, as the sun is setting, I will show you the temporary fix I've had to this. You'll see a mass of villagers over here. It is because I made a breeding box. This is just a box with a lot of beds in it and some crafting stations for the villagers specifically. It is night, so they are all laying down. I kind of fixed our numbers issue. There's a lot of them. I got back some of the villagers we were missing out on. For context, the ones that survived the issue were 2 of my chefs and 2 of my farmers. That is all that survived during all of this. I did end up recreating some of them, like my winemaker, my flower boy, the forager, my beekeeper, and I even made another farmer, so there's plenty of them in here. I want to get out of all the hums. And I do plan on keeping 2 of the unemployed villagers in that box and then releasing the rest so that we can continue to have free roam villagers, because I like the feeling of there being life inside the village. But now I am well aware that there is going to be perishing happening. It's a normal part of life when you're playing in the seasons thing, apparently. I've almost died to an icicle falling on my head, and I'm in full diamond gear. I don't know how the villagers have lived this long. So, today, I have barrels kind of just strewn about in different houses, because today we are going to be doing some interior decorating. My head and my heart need a little bit of a break today. So, I typically do all of this decorating off camera because it is very therapeutic for me. I'm going to do it today because I need a little bit of therapy in my life after losing so many people. I remember I showed you guys that I removed my nether portal. Something else is now there. I need to show you guys that. This is the foragers area. I will be coming in here to decorate later, but this is kind of like their little house and their workstation area. We're going to be coming back over here later. Okay, you'll have to excuse the noise if it's a little too much. The cauldrons you put in these houses do make a lot of noise, just as the cooking pots do on those. So you're probably going to hear a bit of that every time I do a walkthrough of one of these houses. But here is the ebony house. I did go through and put in some paintings. Don't really have a lot of those, but I figured if it was going to be in any of the houses, it was going to be in this one. There's a lot of wall space in this one. And now I'm going to go drop all this off, and then we're going to immediately move to this one. That's a little bit more colorful. And then, of course, we have the interior. Just very basic. This chef spends most of their time downstairs and writing cookbooks. So, don't really need all that much. Alrighty, now this house exteriorly is kind of done. I still have to come back and put the moss in, and then I'm going to decorate with leaves and stuff. But interiorly, it is also done. Now upstairs, it is a little bit weird on the staircase. You're not really going to see it anyway, but it's because I wanted to double wall this so that the villagers can't just jump off until they get about here. So they aren't going to hurt themselves in here. But we have a very cozy feeling. I ran out of pictures, like the paintings. So I'm kind of just working with what I've got. I definitely need to get up some more of the stuff in order to make the paintings. So I can definitely come back and put more of those in here. But for right now, I'm going to go drop all this off, and that one is done. Okay. Next house to mess with is actually going to be the foragers area. Now, real quick, I do need to run and make 2 foragers tables to actually go in here. But after that, I will be back in here decorating. And there we go. This one probably took the least amount of time because it is the smallest out of the buildings I am doing today. It's a nice little place for the foragers. I think I actually want to put a lantern in here. Because I hate using torches as my lighting. There we go. There we go. But they have their long, darkened corridor for growing their mushrooms, and then they have their little house at the back of it. Now I need to go run, drop all this stuff off, and then we're going to be working on the biggest project I have today, which is that big back house. I haven't actually touched this besides putting beds in it. You can see I actually have to move the staircase because I have to move it back about 2 blocks in order to give enough room for that door. These beds up here. I want to take all of this down and start from scratch. Granted, the beds are already in here, which is going to make this a little bit easier. I didn't have to put the beds in any boxes or anything, and there's already some potted plants up here and some lanterns and stuff like that, so it's going to make my job a little bit easier, but I am going to have to like rip this up and move the staircase back a little bit and stuff like that. Are we having just a whole rave inside the peanut patch? What is going on over here? And there's more of you joining into the... It's a rave going on inside of my peanut patch. What is happening here? Are all of you proud of yourselves? I'm leaving y'all there. Okay, and ignore the pillagers that are off over there. They're doing a showdown with the one iron golem that is sitting inside my animal pen. They're just kind of sitting there staring at one another. So, yeah, that's what's going on down there. But this is done. I did put in some walling, as you can tell. There's a nice little seating area here with some books and stuff. I moved the staircase from back in that back corner. I know I said I was going to move it forward 2 blocks, but instead I just moved it to the center of the house to close off more of the house and give me less to decorate, and essentially just make it smaller on the inside, since this house is so massive. We have a nice little hallway here with a kitchen cooking area back here, some logs and stuff by the back door, and then up the stairs we have another little seating area. I was essentially using up the last of the couches that I had. So there's the black ones up here, and then there's the yellow ones downstairs. I know there's no like color cohesion there, but it's mainly because I'm just trying to reuse whatever I had to fill up the space. And also Cypress, this version of Cypress does not have bookshelves, so I had to use birch to overcompensate. I used a lot of the stackable books in here. This is kind of like a big bench kind of desk area, like maybe some woodworking happens over here, something. It just looked nice, and this corridor felt very empty, so I just stuck a rug in here and stuck a desk in here. And then this is the same amount of beds that were in here before. But with all of that said and done, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one for hopefully a more adventurous episode. Bye bye!